Om Shanti. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity within the codes of conduct. The foundation of elevated actions is purity. However, purity is not just celibacy. It is elevated. But if there is some special attachment or subservience to any soul, if you are impressed by any soul's speciality, or if you have negative thoughts about any soul, if you speak bad words or words that are not within the codes of conduct, that too is not said to be purity. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar to meditation. So let's have a moment of silence for him. Adopt the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. Today's topic within the codes of conduct. So in Hindi, Maryada Purvak. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is well, right? After belonging to Baba, not to be well, right? Not possible. But also we have learned to keep ourselves well. We have knowledge, we have powers, we have virtues. Only what we need is to keep a good balance of everything. You could be very humble, but you shouldn't be subservient, right? I remember when I had to decide that I want to live this life, there was lot of opposition, family, socially, many different ways. And I said, but internally, this is what will keep me happy, and that's what I want in life. So once you have determination, then like yesterday, I was talking to in Shantivan. He does lot of seva. So I call, it was after 10 there. So I said, you still up? He said, it goes very late. So I said, no, there should be balance, no, between self, our activities, and then spiritual seva. So he said, maybe one day it will happen. I said, after that, I was thinking, should the time adjust to us or we should adjust to time? In the sense, I have to make timetable, or I just let, time dictate me. That means after certain hours, we know that we just have to be with Baba and remember Baba, so that next morning Amrit Vela is good, you know. So this is something to think about. Brother Ram Lochan, if he was samarpit or surrender in Seva in Madhuban for 54 years, I don't know what was his age now, 70 something. So he must be 20 years old. So young boy, 20 years old, right? There are many of them. Some were 15, 14. Many I know now them that they came very young. They came with their families And Dadi Prakashmani had that charisma. Just stay, you don't go, and they will stay. And now they had become very, very responsible. So he was in Pandav Bhavan and was taking care of food and cooking and coordinating sevadaris in kitchen. And then he moved to Shantivan. And as we had been recently staying more in Shantivan, so if Bhumi Ben will call anytime for anything, because he was very much into what you all want to eat, what. But for us, we need very simple food. We don't want a lot of fried or things like that. So he was every day, oh, you all don't want anything special? We said, no, you want simple food. But he used to say, when Bhumi Ben called, oh, I'm so happy that angel called me. And like just, you know, he had visa, he wanted to come, but then his health was going down and down, down. So he decided not to travel. He called few Thursdays just to send love to Baba for Bhog time and left body. But then in the end, doctor said he was in Ahmedabad that it's better he goes home, no, to Global Hospital. We don't bring them directly in the room so that we can keep a medical check on them. So he left very peacefully, very content. Because it's amazing, no? 54 years you are in the kitchen, serving, cooking, coordinating. Mm. Otherwise, you could say, well, I have done now, I want something else. No, there are some, so many of them, young ones now, they are older and they keep serving, you know. So that definitely everyone's blessing are with him. Recently, he was not cooking, but he was coordinating those who were cooking, giving them program. Anytime we say we want this, yeah, get it made for meeting or anything. So I really, really respect these sevadaris because without them, you know, how will in Shantivan every day these days at least 10,000, 12,000 eat every day. Because now there are bhattis, there are yog shiva, there are groups, there are, you know, so many different conferences. So they were saying 9 to 10,000. I then asked them, how long do you get holidays? They say maximum 2 weeks. And someone said, but this is my family, I don't need holidays. So I said, still you should go somewhere. Said, I do go for 8, 10 days. So much renunciation. It's not only renunciation, it's sacrifice, no? But they were simple, no desires. We never heard they want this or they want anything, no. Anytime you ask them, they are very happy. We are content, right? So what we will say it blessings or what we say Baba's gift or must be something that they are able to use their mind and body in Baba's Yagya Seva. So Baba was saying that within the codes of conduct, the foundation of elevated actions is purity. However, purity is not just celibacy, it is elevated, but if there is someone, some special attachment or subservient to any soul, because out of attachment we become subservient. So Baba says, if you are impressed by any soul's personality, or if you have negative thoughts about any soul, if you speak bad words or words that are not within the code of conduct. When I came in Gyan, every word you cannot speak, you cannot say. So our Brahmin dictionary became very little. Mm. These days people commonly say this one is crazy, right? Or this one is mad. We can't say that. Mm. Because you're not giving, these are not words of blessing, no? Mm. So we say you are great. You are so good. You are so special, no? If you speak bad words or words that are not within the codes of conduct, that too is not said to be purity. So these days, Baba had been emphasizing on purity of thoughts a lot, because seed of every action is thought. So if you correct that seed, otherwise what happens? It becomes habit. You say one time, then again you say, and then you say, I really did wanted to say, but then you say. So it becomes a habit. So it's better as soon as we notice any such sanskar, then we should immediately change it. So that's why Baba, one word Baba always says, sweet, sweet, sweet children. No? You have to be very humble and very sweet. Right? So we pay attention, and then our every thought, word, action will be elevated if there is that kind of purity. And that becomes your qualifications, right? Maryada is a big qualification. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi. I
Om
know that
Shanti.
you've had a long day and
Mhm.
you went to Peace Village. How was your trip to Peace Village? I heard it's raining there and dark and damp and cloudy and wet.
Yeah, last weekend it was French retreat, and Eric called me and said, Sister Mohini's paradise there, so beautiful, so beautiful. So I said, okay, when I go this time, I will sit in sun, I will look at flowers. And then it became like, it's okay, this all drama. Mm. Baba wants us to be in, then out, right? Mm.
You know, Baba seemed to have liked the rain. He would say, the rain of knowledge is for those who are with the beloved. But yet, rain always seems to, I don't know, it brings you down, it dampens the spirit. It makes things, make you feel, oh, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to be under my comforter. I just want to maybe read a book and drink some coffee or chocolate or whatever. But Baba saw the rain as being with the beloved, and that relationship of the soul with the beloved is actually one of the purest relationships. Didi, in particular, used to love that relationship. So today, Baba is saying that purity is not just celibacy, but purity is elevated. So, what is this elevated relationship between the lover and the beloved? Let's putting it in the context of the rain.
I just want to let you know that in India, when it rains, people are very, very happy, because it's not like here. It can rain anytime, right? There is little heat, it rains. But in India, there is a particular season And they say that peacock start dancing when it's raining. It's like everyone is so happy. Farmers are so happy, and they really celebrate. And whenever, like in March, also if there is some rain, and suddenly, like in these days, even in India and Rajasthan, start raining, they are so happy. So it is the source, no? It's everything becomes green. Like now here, everything is so green. I think that Baba gives example of lover and beloved, and Laila Majnu. There is other one Baba mentions, and it seems like in rain when there is umbrella and rain and lover beloved together, they have a lot of fun, right? Lot of joy. I don't know. I don't have that experience, but I remember when I was little, there was this film, no, with Raj Kapoor and no, what what was the song? What? Hmm? Pyar Hua Ikrar Hua. Yeah, and they were and they all were enjoying under umbrella. So I thought that maybe from there, but you are true that Baba also says rain of knowledge, right? Mm. Yeah, that also. जो पिया के साथ है उसके लिए बरसात है. One who is with Baba, the knowledge feels like rain. Everyone doesn't feel knowledge like rain because rain freshens you, like make everything green, and fertility of the ground increases because water is something very, very important. Even if you can spray as much, but whatever rain can do, other sprinkles cannot do anything. So I feel that the experience while listening to Murli should be like the rain. I am with beloved and it's the rain. So to be together, it's like the feeling of that knowledge as rain, the experience of knowledge as rain. Mm. Some of us feel and some don't, right? That means you feel fresh and you feel kind of like your power is increasing. So I think maybe tomorrow when we listen morely in the morning, we should feel that and say, I am with beloved listening to morely knowledge at the rain, and see what is our experience. It might be new kind of experience, right?
Yeah.
We can do that tomorrow. Or if you have any experience.
No, I'm just curious about your experience. So that was beautiful. But tomorrow it's supposed to be 100% rain. So it's good to listen to Baba as he showers us with the rain of knowledge, but also
Not in the rain though.
not in the rain, but people like to be in the rain. I know people from the East, people from Asia in particular, they don't have a problem. They don't need umbrellas. They just walk into the rain and they enjoy the actual rain on their bodies because they say it's a very nice feeling
Very healthy.
to be healthy
So tomorrow everyone should go out and
without umbrellas.
yeah, without
Yeah,
umbrellas.
get wet in the
Go
rain.
and then take good, if it is heavy rain, because in India, as soon as used to rain, we will go on terrace and have a proper, because heavy rain, good shower is very good for body, the skin, because pure water, no?
That's
So
right.
maybe we can do tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody goes out and have a wonderful time in that patio outside.
First, we should have experience of knowledge as rain, then we should have real rain experience also, right?
That's right.
And then you remember that in India, whenever it's raining, either they give you hot halwa, like Shantivan, they Gyan Sarovar, no, where we go for picnic, no, Peace Park. Daddy used to. So what they do, make everything ready. They just put water there hot halwa or pakora.
And chai, pakora and chai.
Chai, right? So maybe tomorrow is the day. That's what we will do. Chai and pakora.
Chai and pakora tomorrow. Yeah. I'm
But
coming to Peace Village tomorrow for chai and pakoras. What time are you going to have the
uh-huh.
chai and pakoras?
You tell us when you reach.
Around 2 o'clock. So maybe 4 o'clock we can have chai and pakoras.
Oh no.
Morning is halwa and lunch is pakora.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow is Bhog Day, no? So halwa
Yeah.
in the morning and pakora in the afternoon.
Okay, that's a good plan. That's a very good plan.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have more time. Do I have more time?
You have 10 minutes. Yeah.
I have 10 minutes. Okay, I want to ask a serious question based on today's point. Are you up to serious questions or you still want light, playful chit chat?
Whatever. It's fine with me.
Okay, you know, this is very interesting that Baba is saying that if you have a special attachment, you become subservient and impressed by someone's specialty. And at the same time, you may have that with one person, and at the same time, you will be bad-mouthing others and saying bad things about them and negative thoughts about them. And I recently had this experience of someone writing to me and really, really praising someone in first paragraph, and the second, third, and fourth paragraph having a problem with a couple others and really not saying nice things about them. And so after reading it, I asked the person, I said, can you not have the same vision like you're having for this person, for the ones you're having problems with? Because the person that she was praising, I don't think she knows them very well, but she may be very impressed with something that that person is good at. So what do you think is missing in our sanskaras, in the depth of our souls, that we would have the ability to be so generous with one person, but yet we don't have the same generosity? We become so mean and awful and abusive to others. And I know the simple answer may be karmic accounts. The simple answer may be, I don't know if there's a simple answer, but this kind of duality in our sanskaras that we are see, another, I could see both sides in this person, but the person not being able to bring the nice side to the ugly side. How can I bring my nice face to my ugly face, or my nice nature to my ugly nature? What's the yukti in doing that?
No, subservient is because you want to please that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you want to please, then that person is using you, actually, in other words. So we also have to be very careful. I don't let anyone use or abuse it in an abusive way. I'm saying you do everything which you don't need to do, really, but to please that person, you do it, right? So I think that both are sanskars, right? To be subservient is a sanskar of attachment, and then to dislike of someone else also is a sanskar. No, to this, like in this, what Baba is saying, both, whether you are impressed by someone or whether you are uh, dislike somebody, or negative about someone. So both are sanskars, and that means change has to come not only for the negative one, but also subservient one, right? So I think that definitely it is lack of self-respect, and when there is no self-respect, then you bend on different sides. Sometimes you like this one, don't like this one. You Or if somebody praises you, then you give more chance to that person, more close to that person. Our training was that if somebody praises you, keep one arm's length from that person, because that means whatever is you are, that praise will not help you. But let's say somebody not criticizes but says something for you, we should appreciate and underline and say thank you. I will check on it, and if you don't have that, then it's okay. But also, if somebody, sometimes makes comment on you and want to experience something from you which you don't express much, so it shouldn't be taken it in a negative way too. So I think that most majority of the people who don't have purity, that means no attention on purity, then they will have both sanskars of being impressed or being disliked. But actually, I feel that anyone who did something wrong or even lied with you or something, Dadi Prakash Mani once was saying someone made a mistake, and it was quite a serious. She said that very good soul, Baba's Yagya child, she said, I am giving that soul lot of love, more love, so that this soul doesn't go away again back in hell, in Kali Yuga or old lifestyle, and should not be far from me, because when he will come to know that I know, then he won't come close to me. That means he won't get sustenance, and then he will become weak. And she actually at that time she gave me two examples, and I learned a lot from that, that you don't dislike a person because of that person mistake. Rather, you give such love that change happens, and also that soul can progress more. So again, like Baba says, have good wishes for everyone. And why I have bad wishes for anyone? Because anything good and bad is really inside you. So you say something for someone, but first it is you who is suffering, not is a loss to you, because you did something which is not of Maryada or not elevated. So yeah, we have to definitely take care of both, to reach to that elevated stage of purity. And then whatever we do, if there is, as Baba says, purity is the foundation for the elevated action, then they will be elevated action.
You were talking about Ramlochan Bhai, and of course, we knew him when we were going to Madhuban in Pandav Bhavan days. And they were all very young, and they were all, I call them Daddy Kumarka's boys. And Ramlochan Bhai, he never changed, did he, Sister Didi? Because his face was always the same. I mean, if I look at his face the last time I was there, and every time the double foreigners go to the dining room, he would take absolute care to make sure we got the proper dining room, we got and he would come and check with us. Did you get everything you want? Do you want anything else? He was the one who supported the whole thing to have vegan and non-vegan, gluten and non-gluten, and all these different things. But yet the purity on Ramlochan Bhai's face was exactly the same as when I first saw him when he was in his 20s. He would have been, I mean, how old was he? 75, 70 something. So he would have been 20, 21 when I saw him first.
Right.
And his face carried that same purity. What do you think would have been his sanskara to allow that consistency in his purity? Now, I'm sure he had issues. I'm sure he had challenges. I'm sure he had all of that, but it never reflected on his face. That Ramlochan Bhai's face was the same throughout the years. What do you think would have been that sanskara? Was it humility? Because he has a lot of he had a lot, well, but the soul still has it. You think it
I-
was the armor of his humility that protected him?
I think that like Baba, Brahma Bhojan is important. So those who cook and serve, it's important to have that purity. So I think that the foundation of Yagya, many departments, but one of the department was Baba's Bandara. So these souls, one of the Jain lady saint came and she said, every Sevadhari here has been brought from Devlok, from up, it's like they are very special souls. So they play this part for years and years, and they never demanded any recognition or acknowledgement or why our name is not mentioned. So I think that these are very, very special, gifted souls who have special part in yagya, which is incognito part,
Mm.
but again, was very, very popular and completely Maryada also. Everything, lot of love, but there was never any attachment. I never saw him with anyone particular. Even the brother who was serving him in Ahmedabad at hospital, like he was also saying that how pure, his stage was very, very good. So he once called me and said, ask Baba, have I done any mistake, anything, why I have pain? So I said, no, it's not pain. After that, like he was relieved that, so 2, 3 Thursdays, that brother will call and he will talk. In the end also, he called me and I gave a message of Baba, and so it was very, very good end also. So special soul, very special.
And you're very special because you get an opportunity to serve them
Mm.
at such a pure spiritual way because they turn toward you now for that pure
Mm.
spiritual sustenance that perhaps they're not getting from other sources.
Yeah, we recently also I sent something. He heard and then he replied back. So we had been in contact for about more than a month since he went to Ahmedabad, and they had been calling every Wednesday. So yeah, I am happy that I could just give some support through Baba's words. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Om Shanti.
I'm sure.